Okay, so I've got my fluid dynamics largely working the way I want. Physics in general seem to be doing what I want. So let's make a few quick adjustments before we move back on to tweaking other items and trying to at least kind of come close to finalizing this. The bounding box, the box that's showing up in the particles, let's get that back to looking like water. So I'm going to go to my properties menu. I'm going to go down and look for viewport display. Yeah, I think, yep. And then I will change bounds to solid. And now we should be back to having the water show up looking kind of like the material that I've put together. So that's working. I even get a nice little split that's happening. So I'm pretty happy with that overall. I think what I might do is I might move this top rock just a little bit. I'm going to hide the background just for the moment. And let's go ahead and rotate this on Z. And that's not doing quite what I expected. And that is because everything seems to be pivoting around my world origin. So I'm going to Control Z. And I'm going to go up to the top of my 3D window. And I'm going to... Oh, I need to pause this. Looks like I still had it running. Okay, so I got to make sure that I pause this. And now let's go up to the top of my 3D window. And I'm going to change this to individual origins. So now if I rotate this, or anything else for that matter, it'll be on its pivot point. So that's great. Let's Control Z, and instead of doing that, I'm just going to type in negative 45-ish. Okay, so let's type in 135. Yep, great. So that's about where I want that. I think what I'll do is look at this from a side view by pushing 3 on my keypad. I'm going to push G to grab and just move this back a little bit. I'm going to push 1 to look at it. I'm going to push 1 to look at it from a front view. Push G to grab it again and slide it over just a little bit. And then let's rerun this and let's rerun this again and see what we get. All right, so I think that's looking a little bit better to my eye. I might tweak this a little bit more though, just because there are some little anomalies, but some of that also depends on what I end up doing with the angle that I'm looking at this from, this scene. I mean, this is going to be kind of a privileged view thing where I'm going to have a couple of camera angles. So I guess depending on what I settle on for that may determine if I readjust this or tweak this a little bit more to get that stream splashing in a slightly different way. But overall, I think that we can go with this for the moment.